I'm the original Elastic Man.
So I finally got this figure I have been waiting for over a month now since she has been revealed. Is this She-Hulk figure. I am super excited to get her. I got so lucky picking her up from my local GameStop. So just to have her here, even in packaging, is so exciting. But I am just dying to open her up. But let's take a quick look at this packaging, shall we? So see her on the front, really good card back of Iron Man, very sturdy card back as well. Not worry about any flap or any folds. And then here, of course, at the back, I forgot to take off the barcode and of course the price tag from GameStop. But you see up here in the corner, you got a little bio about her, and then of course we see what she got. It doesn't show the gun on the back, but it shows the alternate hand gimmick, which is fine. You've also got the barcode of the package itself. Then you got all the warnings, choking hazard, small parts, anything like that. As Robo would say, don't put them in your mouth. But let's get this woman open and see what she has to offer. Now, getting her out of the packaging, this is just a beautiful figure. Absolutely stunning. I am definitely glad that I picked her up. No questions asked. She's just so beautiful. Sculpted very nicely. Painted very well. Let me get that camera zoomed in for y'all of this head sculpt if I can. Let me get it up here for you. This figure is just unbelievable. This is definitely a comic book She-Hulk if I've ever seen one. Quite excellent, no doubt about it. The paint job on her outfit is very crisp, very nice. The only issue I've seen many people have is with these being separate parts and the cuffs also being a separate piece. Let me get my camera to focus. If you could see, there is a cutoff right here at this cuff. This makes me think that they will reissue this body again with not only more characters, but we might get She-Hulk in other looks as well, which I hope so, because that would be absolutely nice. But I do like everything we get here with her sculpt and paint, no doubt about it. But now let's look at what does she come with, which is probably the bare minimum. But then again, when you got a brand new figure as this that's absolutely stunning, you don't really need much accessories, because sometimes the best figures is the ones that don't come with much. So what does she come with? Well, she comes, of course, with two-fisted hands, as it was on the back of the packaging, that we swapped them out so she could punch people in the face and in the gut and somewhere else, I'm sure, which are sculpted very nice in green plastic. And then she comes with this really probably bland but pretty cool sculpted gun rifle, which looks very nice. The detail, the sculpt work on it is pretty neat, for sure. It's just one of those accessories that's unique, but very plain, very simple. But again, she's just so good enough that the minimum accessories don't bother me. The only other issue I have seen people have with her as well is how her knees, as you can see there, and her elbows are a different color green. That's always wondered, like, why is it? Lately, Hasbro has been venturing into doing pinless joints with the figures, and every time they do, the color plastic they use for the pinless joints, knees and elbows, are always a different color plastic, and it doesn't make sense. If you can sculpt the parts out of this color plastic, why not use that color for the knees and the elbows so it's all together and it doesn't stand out like this? Like, come on now, Hasbro, you got to do better with this. Now, I am on the minority of whether pins or pinless. To me, doesn't matter, because really, here's the issue with pinless. I want to go into this. With pinless, it gives the figure a much more higher quality, yes. But the problem is when the joint is loose, like very loose, you can't really fix that unless you have like some sort of special equipment or something. You can't really fix that loose joint. With a pin in the elbows and knees, yes, it makes it look cheap, but that's something that can easily be replaced. Like if the pin comes out or if it breaks, that can be easily fixed. With these pinless joints, it's sort of a little bit more difficult to fix those loose parts. Now, Is pinless a bad thing? No. But pins are also not a bad thing. Pins, I think, are much easier because they're easier to fix. Pinless, not so much. But yes, pinless does give the figure a much higher quality than what it should be. So, I personally like her. I think she looks awesome. But let's bring in some figures to compare with. And I want to bring in her old cousin, Brucey, the Incredible Hulk. This is the 20th anniversary Hulk. Probably my favorite one out of the bunch. And then, of course, the other one I want to bring in is her lover, Matt Murdock himself, Daredevil. And if you tell me he's not her lover, then I will not believe you. But these two just scale real well. As you can see, Hulk towers over her, which is normal. And she is way bigger than Matt. I think Matt might have to stand on his tippy toes in order to get up to her height. Nope. Still wouldn't work. But anyway, getting these two of the way. I, again, just overall love this figure. I think she is definitely excellent. But now, anyway, let's get into my final thoughts. If I haven't said them enough, let's go into my final thoughts. This figure, as you can see, I've got her cradling Matt Murdock like a baby, and of course she's giving him that beautiful, charming smile, which is nice to see. But what do I think about this figure overall? I think this was an awesome pickup for me. Definitely was worth the wait of getting her. Just, oh, I'm so excited. I am so happy to have her to add to my collection of Marvel Legends. Definitely is very close to being figure of the year. Like I said, I mainly was nitpicking with the pinless joints and pins and all that stuff. I was mainly being nitpicky, but that's usually how I am when it comes to these figures, because you want a figure to be perfect, but some things just really hold it back. Like I do wish she came with maybe another set of alternate hands or maybe an alternate head. Would definitely help out sell this figure even more. But then again, if they did, Hasbro probably would have increased the price than what it was, which is $25 a piece. But other than what you get with it, it's still an awesome figure that I do think you should add to your collection. And that is all I got to say about that. But I'd like to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you agree with my opinion? Do you disagree with my opinion? Be sure to also like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. As I always say, guys, take care.